man, hopefully we get that. We get 50K that night, either this fight of the night or knockout of the night.
For me, it always matters about the end goal, and the end goal is to get my hand raised in the octagon.
Setting up the takedowns, and that's going to play into Steve Wynn's game as he lands a nice kick shot! Over and out! Steven Wynn!
It's almost like when you hit them, you don't feel it, and then there's like a 1 second pause. But it's like that 1 second pause is like the longest pause ever. Trying to put the gloves up tomorrow. I mean, there's that wouldn't happen though. That would never happen. So, but if I had to, for some reason, you know, it would have to be a good ass reason.
Steven, get over here.
Steven Wynn, you are in the UFC. Congratulations.
You know, in this sport, nothing is guaranteed. You go in there with the 50-50 chance of you might win, you might get knocked out, you might knock the other guy out. The more I train, the harder I train, the better my skills are, the higher chance I have of winning, you know? So at the end of the day, it all comes down to you and yourself again. I mean, you're really truly your biggest opponent. I know and I'm confident in myself. When I'm at my best, I can be anybody.
When I fight, I feel no fear. It's actually different. When I actually am in that cage, I feel zero fear. I feel like I'm unstoppable. But when I'm outside of that cage preparing for the fight, I'm scared.
Steven has had an incredible journey, but it is far from over. Being the only Vietnamese fighter in the UFC, he is looking to represent his family and his country. Coming off a loss in his UFC debut, he is taking his regiment to the next level. More focus, more training, and more discipline, no cutting corners. Usually stories like this are told after the fairy tale ending, but we decided to bring you on the journey into the trenches. Round 6, here we go.
How do you stay focused after coming off a loss to get yourself back in the gym?
Yeah, for sure. You know, especially coming off the loss, my last fight, you know, even though it was a banger, we got fight of the night, all that, at the end of the day, to me, an L is an L. And it's not the first time I took an L.
This sport is like the highest, but the lowest of the lows. Like, I've been on both sides, you know. Good thing I've been mostly on the winning side. I only have like 1 or 2 losses on my record, but I've been knocked out, so I know what that feels like. No one's calling you, no one's checking up on you, hey, are you good? It's just, you really get to see who really rides for you, you know what I mean?
That's always the hard part because you can't lose much now. I think he knew what he did wrong going into that fight, and he really didn't do a lot wrong. He just couldn't use his leg like he wanted to. He got kind of injured during the fight. But that loss was actually, I think, the best thing that happened for him. It showed the UFC, like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, who is this kid coming back? You know, and that's what's gonna fuel his fire. Like, this loss is what he needed. Now there ain't no more losing. You know what I mean? Like, get that shit out the way. Now it's time to dub city. You know, he ain't losing no more.
You're always as good as your last fight. That's what people say. But the main thing is just to have a strong mindset. No matter what you go through, as long as you just keep pressing forward, you know, and I know it sounds cliche and stuff, but like, you know, I've been there. I've done the Dana White Contender Series and did the show 3 times. I won my fight and they still didn't sign me. You know, I had to knock the guy out in my last fight for them to sign me. So I know what it takes. I took him the long road. So I've been through it and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I went through it. So now I know like my limits.
After this last fight, I know exactly what I need to do to get better. So, you know, that's exactly what I need to do. There's nothing else that matters. There's no point in worrying about anything else. You just gotta focus on yourself and put your head down and grind, improve, and come back just a better version. And that's exactly what I plan on doing, coming back into my next fight a completely different person and putting this loss behind me and using it as a learning lesson. You know, using it as feel to get me better, you know, because I got a lot better from my last fight. So I'm going into this next fight hard, for sure. This is what it's all about, right here. Pushing yourself all the way to exhaustion, but keep going no matter what. No matter. Killed or be killed, man. Ah.
Bro, once somebody gets hit in the mouth, they realize, like, damn, do I want to keep doing this shit? You know, you can take plays off different sports, but there's not sports you can get hit in the mouth, hit in the stomach, and have 2 more minutes to keep fighting, you know? And not only you gotta work on your punches, you gotta work on not getting hit. I think that's what separates from any sport.
This is really hard, you know, to see him be in there and like there's blood everywhere, you know, and it's just like, that's just part of it's part of the sport. So I think just mentally being able to like see that, and you know, and just be like still cheering them on, not wanting to hop in there and like help them and stuff. I think that's definitely something that makes us unique, because it's a hard sport to watch. You can't stop. Like, somebody gonna kick you in the motherfucking head, or you gotta get punched in the mouth. I think that's what separates. It's a dog world. Like, they're real life gladiators. Like, and it's crazy to think about that.
I think what draws me to the sport the most is I've just been doing it for so long, since I was a kid, that I don't see it the way other people see it. Like, my first time getting punched in the face when I was like 6 years old, so I was fighting other kids and stuff, you know, so like I was like, okay, whatever. And I was, you know, most of the time I would come up on top. It's like a life thing. Like, once you get knocked down, you just get back up and you fight it again. It's kind of the same thing. When I got punched in the face in a few times, like, oh, it's not that bad, I just get back, you know? I mean, no matter what, you gotta be a little bit messed up in the head, obviously, to fight. I mean, no one wants to just go out there half naked in a cage with another man across from you that wants to take you out in front of your family, and there's thousands of people in the arena yelling like, you suck, and saying all this stuff. You gotta like be able to block it out, but it takes a special type of human to be able to do that.
At the end of the day, it's a business. But at the end of the day, like, you gotta have heart, and you gotta know and have confidence, like, I'm gonna go in here and fuck him up. Because you're not only fighting for yourself, his friends are gonna be in the stands watching. His family, you know, when he has kids, his kids probably gonna be watching him. You're not just fighting for you.
The punching in the face aspect, like, that's the last thing I'm thinking about, you know? I'm thinking more of just like, I'm gonna be the one doing the punishment, right?
Oh my gosh, I almost like black out. I feel like I'm like praying. I'm like, please, please, like, especially like this last fight. It definitely was like one that was like, it really hit like the heart a lot, because I mean, you know, I lost my brother last December, so this fight was like for him. So I think this last fight, it was like, when I would see him go down, I'm like, brother, like, help him, you know, like, I would just pray and stuff, like, he's got this, like, and you know, he trains for this. Like, when he's at the gym, he tells me, like, look, when people take me down, like, I'm prepared for that. Whenever, every position, like, I'm training for, you know, that also just kind of helps me a little bit. But in that moment, I'm just like yelling, like, come on, get up, Steven, you know, and I'm like, hopefully he hears me, hopefully that helps him, maybe not, but that kind of gives me a little bit of like peace, I guess, or it makes me feel a little better when I do that.
I'm not about to get my ass whooped in front of all these people, number one, you know, and my manhood is being tested on the table. Like, if I lose, like, damn, I'm a bitch, you know? So you can't lose. Like, you gotta go in there with a dog mentality. You gotta do whatever it takes to win the fight, you know, legally. Like, don't do no illegal shit, but like, you gotta give it all, because like, that other person, you never know what they're doing. One wrong move in the UFC, you're done for. So he has to stay coachable, keep his technique, and just do whatever he learned, bro. And really, that separation part, like the last fight, is the dogness. Like, the reason he was able to make that last fight is because he was a dog. You'll get fucked up too, like getting rung, getting hit down. Like, you'll get hit where you can't hear shit out this ear, equilibrium is off. You gotta be able to have that dog in you to finish the fight. because again, you don't want to lose in front of your family or friends. That's how I put it.
To put your life on the line and call that your career? Well, that takes a special, slightly delusional type of person. This sport has grown throughout the decades, and Steven wants to share his knowledge and experience with his community. Whether his clients are looking to get in shape, learn to protect themselves, or also have aspirations of fighting pro, he loves the opportunity to give back. Now, he may be the only one in that ring versus his opponent, but he knows that this community has helped him become the man he is today.
My passion is coaching. My passion is teaching others what I love to do, and that's martial arts. And at the same time, I get to pursue my own dreams, which is to become one of the best fighters in the world. You know, so I'm representing for my own country, for Vietnam. You know, I'm the only Vietnamese fighter in the UFC, and you know, I got a lot of pressure on me, but this is what I want to do. You know, pressure is what creates diamonds. You know, I'm doing what I love, and as long as I'm making money doing what I love, there's no one thing that I'm picking. So I would be doing this no matter what, if I was in the UFC or not, because that's how much I love martial arts. You're gonna go hold right below your arms. Okay. Are you ready, Free? No. I'm gonna count it down. 5, 4, Carlos, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on, drive, all the way home. Nice. Woo. How you feel?
Good.
Feel
Light
good?
work.
Light work. Let's go. Good job, guys. That's a good day. Good day. Good day.
I can already feel my legs.
You're gonna definitely feel your legs. We're at the gym that I train at right now, Extreme Studio Performance. This is where I like train my clients and stuff like that. This is where I train myself. But yeah, this is where we kind of just have fun, man. I'm a mad scientist. This is my lab room, you know. So we just hang out here, train my clients. Everybody has a different goal. It's so rewarding for me because, you know, it's fun, but at the same time, like my clients, they get, you know, real results out of this, like real benefits out of this, and this is what it's all about. So we'll train next week, and then Irene will be back, and we'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll do something. We'll figure something out. All right, have a good day, guys. Get geared up, guys. This is like my actual fight team that I have. These guys are, you know, some of them are looking to compete in the future. Some of them are, you know, just trying to stay competitive. They just want to work on what we're talking about, self-defense. So on Saturdays, we come out here at 11 a.m. They put the gloves on and they go to war. They practice the skills that I've been teaching them throughout the week, and they spar against each other. You know, they cut, punch, kick, all that stuff. But it's like, you know, it's a community. This is a team, and you know, sportsmanship. They kind of have that like camaraderie with each other, and yeah, they're a team. We're a family. What better way to know somebody than punch somebody in the face? I mean, that's we're gonna have a really good time. They're gonna be scrapping, so you guys are gonna see a lot of good techniques, and especially with you guys coming in today, they're gonna really try to put on a show for you guys. So stay tuned. Hey, Marco, can you please move that, brother? Becca's ready to go. Show me that you're ready to fight back. Nice spinning back fist. Nice left hook. That's what I want to see. Hands. Nice leg kick. Body. That's good. Right hook. I want to see the right hook count. Nice knee. That was 2 knees right there. Good work, everybody. All right, guys, bring it in. Let's break it down. That's what it's all about. I say, hey, that's what it's all about, man. Look at these guys. They give everything they got. Good shit, guys.
What's the biggest hurdle for a UFC athlete?
I think it's focus, bro. Consistency. It is a hard process, a long camp. You know, I think the dedication and being consistent to it is the biggest hurdle. Like, I feel like the one day you take off is the one day you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? I feel like if you just stick to the process, and that's the hard part. Motherfuckers get tired. They get lazy because it is tough on the body. But if you can stay consistent, you can get over the hurdle.
For being a professional fighter, like I think the biggest thing is discipline. Because being in the UFC, fighting the best fighters in the world, I already know I'm going to be fighting sometime again this year.
I think one thing that I've definitely grown with is like preparing, like mentally preparing myself for these training camps. Like it's different. Like I enjoy watching UFC, but when Steven's in that cage, it's a whole different story. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I think him just seeing how like mentally prepared he gets, that kind of prepares me to like, he's got this. Like he's trained so hard for this. Like at first it was hard. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how he's gonna do this. Like I just wanna go in there and like fight with him, like fight for him. But now like, he just does it with such ease. I'm like, dang, Steven's just, this is what he's like he said, he's born to do this. So I feel like I've kind of like grown some confidence in him too, knowing like he's got this in the bag. Like win or lose, like I'm by his side. But yeah, it's just, I think that's one thing that's definitely made me just grow from, I think, yeah.
There's not, I try to live my life in general without regrets. I try to do everything in my power to where no matter what, if I win or if I lose, that hey, I didn't regret anything. I put all the work that I needed in. I put everything in, inside the gym, outside the gym, the diet, the discipline, the waking up early, the sleeping early, all that stuff. So no matter win or lose, I know that I put in the training camp that I needed to win the fight.
The fight begins before you enter the octagon. In this sport, all your hard work, your entire career can be decided in 5 seconds or 15 minutes. When you get to this level, details matter more than ever. Every fast twitch muscle, reaction time, counters, and overall technique will decide whose hand gets raised at the end of the night.
I'm known for doing the sports performance side, like the little things that the fighters don't have. So, such as firing the hips off and the lateral movement, linear speed. Those little things adding to his what he already has is going to make him an outstanding athlete. That strength and conditioning side during the off season is what makes an athlete stand out. Because a lot of motherfuckers go off natural strength or natural talent. But nah, bro. People are going to be in the lab working just like he is right now, and they want that next if factor. They want to know what they're doing wrong and what they can improve. And Steven is very coachable to that sense. That's why he's going to be different. You know.
Yeah. Right now, I'm taking it one goal at a time. Right now, my first goal right now is to get my UFC debut win, and you know, obviously my end goal is to be champion, right? That's the dream of every single fighter, but you know, I'm taking it one step at a time. And right now I'm just focused on winning this next fight.
You can see who has it and you can see who not. You can see, you know, I'm younger than him, he calling me yes sir. You know, he's telling me yes sir, yes sir. Like just the respect he has for me and the respect that he trusts me. You know, he's not gonna, Steven's gonna work as hard as somebody lets him, but he's also gonna give his all 24/7. So if you have somebody that can give him that little bit of extra push, he's gonna be unstoppable.
The devils are in the details. You know, like I'm at a very high level. I'm not fighting amateur. I'm not even fighting regional pro. I'm in the UFC. So it's about these little details. This is a game of inches. So I'm putting in the work. The small details is what makes a difference, and that's what I'm putting in right now with my coaches. And I'm completely reinventing myself. And when the time comes, you guys will see the details put into my skills, and I'll be a different fighter, and I'm going to get this win.